Welcome back everybody to another video of beginnersbbqoutdoors. Outdoors. So this is a special video. We're going to be doing a review of this Z grill that I had. Been about 2 months, about over 15 cooks on the Z grill. So a lot of questions that I get is, what's the difference between this one and the Traeger? Like, what does the Traeger have that this one doesn't have? Or this one has that the Traeger don't even have? So let's go ahead and show you, let's go ahead and talk about the good stuff that this grill has. Now it has a PID control, so pretty much what it does, and a lot of people don't understand how it really works and what happens. So pretty much what a PID control is, it tries to make sure to keep that temperature that you set it on right on the dot. So when you first start it, it's pretty much saying, oh, you want it at 250 degrees, and right now we're starting it, we're at 130, so it's saying, okay, let's try to feed as much as we can to get from point A to point B fast. Now the problem with that one is going to get to that point fast, but it's going to get there and it's going to get to 250, but it's already giving so much that it's going to pass it. Then it's going to go like, oh shoot, we got to go back. Then it's going to go back to 250. So one of the greatest things about that PID control is that I've noticed that I keep really good eye in the last couple cooks is to see how good it keeps it at the temperature that we set it. And about 90% of the time, it's right on the dot. If I set it at 250, it's right on 250. Sometimes it'll go down 5 degrees, but then it goes back up. So pretty much you gotta give it time. So once it gets there, it's gonna pass it. It's gonna pass it by 50 degrees, sometimes a little bit more. But then it's gonna know that we passed it, and it's gonna try to go back down. But once it goes back down, it stays right there now. Now it has it. So that's one of the biggest things that I've noticed that this grill does, is that it stays in that temperature right on the money every time. But it takes time. So if you're about to start it, give it time to pass it, and then it's going to go back down and it's going to stay there now. A lot of people panic. Oh my God, it's going over, and what I do. It's just hold on. It's going to know that it passed it because it's trying to get to this temperature fast. And of course it's going to pass it and it's going to go back down. So yeah. One of the other biggest things that is pretty nice about this grill is that the hopper is a 20-pound hopper. So you can put a full bag and it'll last you a lot longer than some other ones that are only 15 pounds, 13 pounds. That's pretty much like a little bit over half a bag, or half a bag, sometimes a little bit less than a half a bag. So you're constantly putting more as you go. Another great thing that it has that I like a lot is when you're doing some cooks, you want to switch pellets. You have certain flavor of pellets for certain type of meats that you want to try. Well, this one comes with a little back door. You can empty all your pellets and add new different flavor pellets. And so the only bad thing I've experienced so far was when I had smoke coming out of my hopper. But like I said, that was an easy fix. I did a video on that one. It was pretty easy, and I haven't had no issues at all. It's a solid grill. It's a solid grill. So now you're thinking, do I recommend this grill? Do I recommend the Traeger over the Z grill? Do I recommend the Z grill over the Traeger? Well, a lot of that's going to go by what you want. Okay? I'm here to show you guys the difference of what each brand has to offer. Same as thermometers. I show you different type of thermometers to see what you guys like. Same as the rubs. But we're going now by comparison by the Z grill or the Traeger grill. So we all know the Traeger grill is the big daddy. It's the king of pellet grills. We all know that, and the price reflects on that. So it comes down to, what do you want to spend? Okay. So now you have this one that's $629. Now if you buy a Traeger with the same thing that this one has, you're going to pay over $1,000, over $1,500, maybe $2,000 of what this one has on the Traeger. So it comes down to, if you have the money and you don't mind spending $1,000 or $2,000, then yeah, go get a Traeger. But if this is your first one, or you have a family like I do, and you don't want to spend that much money on a pellet grill, but you want to have a pellet grill, then go with the more affordable that has all the bells and whistles that a high price Traeger would have had. So after cooking on this one for 15 times, it does the same thing as a Traeger does. You know, I've heard of Traegers having some things wrong with them, some same as the Z grills. That's what happens. You will get it on all type of brands, same situation, just that's how it is. So for me, it's hard for me to spend $2,000, $2,500 on a Traeger. I just can't do that. You know, I'm a family man. I have my bills to pay. I have a family to raise. I cannot spend $2,000 on a grill, especially that new Traeger that costs $4,000 or $5,000. You're not going to see that with me. And so, like I said, it all comes to what you guys want. If it's your first pellet grill and you don't want to spend a lot of money, but you want all the good stuff of a pellet grill, then yeah, go with the C grill. This model has it all. And it's only $629. So you can't beat that as your first grill. C grills does have a big boy pellet grill. But that one only costs $1,000. And it has Wi-Fi. It's a lot bigger. It has smoke setting. Oh man, it has everything. Now, if you get a Traeger with that same size and that same stuff, it's going to cost you $25 to $3,000. It just comes down how much money you want to spend. If you have money and you like to get the good stuff, and you like to put all that money and you don't mind spending $2,000, then okay, go for a Traeger. But if it's your first grill or it's your second grill, but you just cannot see yourself spending so much money, or the wife's like, you're not spending over $1,000 on a grill. There you go. So yeah, I like both. I like my Traeger. My Traeger's going to be here, and we're going to start cooking on the Traeger soon. This is the model that they sent, and hopefully they'll be sending the big boy too once it's back on stock, so we can try that one too. This one is, like I said, $629, and I'm also giving you guys a 5% off. That's $629. So it'll probably be $600 or less for a pellet grill that has all this good stuff. So bottom line on everything, both grills so far for me have worked great. Everything's going to come right down to how much money you want to spend. It's your first pellet grill and you guys want to learn, then yeah, probably go to something like this because of the price. Once you get it and you're on it for a couple of years and you're like, oh, I'm good. I'm ready to get a really good pellet grill, you know, with all the bells and whistles. Then that's when you have to decide, do you want the big boy of the Z grills and only pay $1,000, or go to Traeger and pay over $3,000 for their best, or $4,000 for their best. But it comes with a lot of stuff too. So like I said, it all comes down to price. They both do the same. So far, both of them are great. But it's going to come down to how much money you guys want to spend. So make sure you guys hit that like, hit that subscribe, and I will see you guys next time.